What's up, y'all? It's Tuesday. Just sitting out here taking in all of the nature. It's actually kind of hot. But no, it's good to just sit outside sometimes and just, take in the sun, take in the outside air, get some fresh air, let the light hit my skin, smell the scents, listen to the noises. I actually like the outside noise. It's almost like a calming hum to me. I don't know. I like outside noise. I don't like inside noise of people talking and hearing people on the phone, hearing people walk around, hearing people go in the fridge, heat up their snacks, hear people on meetings. That's not the kind of ambient vibe that I want at work. I want to be able to just listen to the noise of just the world outside. But let's not get off track. I kind of want to just jump on here and just kind of briefly recap the first half of 2026 since we're in the second half. Wait, what? The first half of 2024 since we're in the second half of 2024 now. I guess I'm coming from the future talking about 2026. Honestly, y'all, just reflecting on kind of my progress within the first 6 months of the year. I'm really proud of myself. When I sit back and think about it, it's like I'm just this boy from South Carolina who just decided to just get up and just make shit happen. I was actually thinking about this over the weekend. I was like, I was just talking to a friend. I was like, if you could redo any school year, relive any school year, which one would you relive? And then my answer was 7th grade. And that kind of just got me thinking. I was like, well, if I had went to the high school that all the rest of my middle school friends went to, I probably wouldn't have been as shy as I was in high school, which means I probably would have made more friends, which means I probably would have stayed in South Carolina for college. And I think that going to a high school where I didn't really know a lot of people, and that made me kind of more reserved, and it kind of made me less connected to being in Columbia, being in South Carolina. And so I was eager to go out of state for college. I applied to Miami. I applied to Georgia State, Clark Atlanta. Ultimately ended up going to Morehouse. That was one of the best life moments ever. Not only going out of state for college, but going to Morehouse and learning all the lessons that Morehouse teaches young black men. And just from there, I feel like that really just opened a new world for me, that there is stuff to do outside of Columbia, South Carolina. There's a whole world outside of South Carolina. And, getting the chance to travel last year through work, traveling to New Orleans, traveling to Chicago, places that I never, if you told me in middle school and high school that I would have been traveling to Chicago, traveling to New Orleans, me as a little boy from South Carolina, I would have been like, that is so cool. No way. I could never even imagine going places like that. So to be able to do it so freely as part of my job now, and in about 2 weeks, we're taking a trip to New York City for a conference for work. So it's things like that. Even if you told me this stuff when I was maybe 10, 15 years younger, I would be like, no way. That's so out of the scope or out of the realm of what I think is possible for me. So I don't know, y'all. We just have to really think about where we started and where we are now. I had such a fear of being on planes, such a fear of traveling, knowing that these things existed outside of my immediate community and my immediate atmosphere, but just not knowing how to overcome that fear to really get there. I think me overcoming my fear of flight is the biggest accomplishment from 2023 going into 2024. I don't know, just my mindset, just how I think of things. I'm a lot more intentional. I'm a lot more focused, a lot more driven. I'm a lot more creative. I'm a lot more gentle with myself. I allow myself to really feel what I'm feeling. I allow myself to really think what I'm thinking without second guess, without judging myself. Because I think a lot of times we really judge ourselves and we're our own worst critics. And I've just been, journaling and doing the inner work, listening to like self-help podcasts, listening to audiobooks, and just really like connecting with Mike and really digging deeper into Mike's mind, digging deeper into Mike's soul. Like who is Mike? It's really just a journey of finding out who I am, who is Mike, what does Mike like to do, what is Mike really afraid of, what does Mike think he's afraid of but he can overcome. What makes Mike happy, what makes Mike mad, sad, frustrated, what makes me proud, what is the person that I want to become. I don't know. I'm just really excited to see what the second half of 2024 has in store, y'all. Now that I know, like, the sky really is the limit. Actually, no, the sky is not the limit. The sky isn't even a limit anymore, physically, or literally. You know what I mean? Like, I can get on a plane now. That's something that was such a fear and such a restricting factor of mine for years. So, the sky is not the limit. There is no limit. The limit is non-existent for me at this point. Like, I'm even to the point where I'm thinking, like, do I even still want to, live in Atlanta? Do I want to go to, the West Coast? Do I want to go to the Midwest, the Northeast? I don't know. There's just so much that is waiting for me to go touch and waiting for me to go explore. That's really how I feel. I feel like the world is just waiting for Mike to go and explore it. And my goals are just waiting for me to go get them, literally. Y'all, our goals are just waiting for us. They're just waiting for us to realize that they are within our reach and within our grasp. And once we get past the barrier that we put up for ourselves, whether that barrier is fear, whether that barrier is financial instability, whether that barrier is not believing in ourselves, once we take the steps to even just tackle that barrier or even just begin to tear that barrier down, that's when the world will open up for us. But yeah, like I said, I'm just sitting here taking in my surroundings and just thinking about, all the progress that I've made through the first half of 2024. And I just cannot wait, honestly, to see where I'm at when I make another video like this. Just like a quick self-reflection video at the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025. I think YouTube, honestly, has really helped me out also. It's just allowed me to see myself in a different light, because I literally can see myself when I shoot and edit and then I watch my videos. I can see the change in myself. I can see how I allow myself to be open to the camera, how I open up my thoughts to myself and the world and how I'm feeling and my opinion on things. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that insight with y'all. So let me know in the comments, just how has the first 6 months of 2024, how has that changed y'all? How have y'all made, the first steps to entering a new season, entering a new chapter for yourself? Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's all I had. Just wanted to jump on here real quick and share those thoughts with y'all. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.